I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be, and shop with glee.
Are you perchance a diabolist?
Truly? That's remarkable. I like to deal with remarkable people. Very well. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing.
Can you get me into the House of Hope?
What a fascinating proposition. Ludicrous, of course, but fascinating nevertheless. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
Waive the fee and I'll add one of Raphael's artifacts to your collection.
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal?
Deal. Let's do this.
Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone!
No reason to provoke him by invading his home.
You came. Such a shame. Curiosity killed all the cats. It won't be so kind to you.
As the woman speaks, you hear a distant rattle of chains, and she winces in pain.
The jailer will hear us. I shouldn't be talking to you. I must go. It's not kind to me.
The figure flickers and starts to dim from view, but you sense she could be convinced to return.
Wait, don't go. Who are you?
The figure shimmers brightly. Your words seem to have piqued her curiosity.
Who am I? Oh, it's my favorite question. I scream it into the dark while I sleep, and whisper it to my memories when I wake. I'm the thing that kills you, and the only reason you're alive. Made by a promise, undone by the truth. A handshake, a hug, the first beat of a newborn's heart. I am hope. what little is left of her. A guttering candle in a universe of night. I'm not much of a friend to anyone anymore. But I could use a friend myself. Do you want a friend to guide you through this madhouse? I hear the jailer. It hears me. It'll call Raphael, make every question count. Make some of them count twice.
You must ask of the Orphic Hammer. Without it, the Prince of the Comet and the Githyanki people remain forever chained.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer. Can you help?
Discovered an ancient Gith prince in need of a savior? The Orphic Hammer is the perfect tool for breaking all infernal chains. Hope can help. The hammer is here in this house. It's...
You hear a sound like the rattle of a chain, and an agonizing scream in your head as hope flickers from view momentarily.
Quiet. There it goes. Everyone here is mad. Even you, especially me. And that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them stupid. I'll make you seem as ruined as the rest of the people here. A simple glamour to make you a terrible wretch. Now whisper your questions, little wretch. But really quiet and very clever. Concentrate. Remember, quiet as a mouse.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer. Where is it?
The same place you'll find your sorry little soul when Raphael rips it out. In the archive, down the corridor, past the debtor. Oh, the debtors. They won't like you. But I like you. I know I do. I think I do. I hope I do. I just need to ask one question, and I'll know for sure.
What is it?
Can you save me? Please, 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 please.
If I can, I will. What needs to be done?
All right. You have to listen very, very, very closely. I will say this only once. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. But be careful, when you take the hammer, the fire will come, and Raphael, you must run, 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 run. But don't forget me. Please, please, please. I don't want to burn. Not again.
The rattle of chains echoes louder from unseen places, and without a scream or a sigh, hope disappears.
Another sorry soul come to wander these halls. What do you seek?
I need to find the archive.
I cannot help you. This is not my home, even if I can never leave.
What ties you to the House of Hope?
I was an architect in life, a builder of tombs and temples, but mostly of towers. My proudest work reached for the stars and sought to dry Seluna's tears. It was a monument to life and to virtue, and a happy home to my master for many years.
Who was your master?
A great general, a greater man, Ketheric Thorm. When tragedy came, my master fell into darkness and despair. He marshaled a great army to ruin the world and bring all into shadow. I could not let it happen. I sought out the devil, Raphael and signed an infernal pact with him. He promised to destroy my master's army, and I promised him my soul in return. The devil was true to his word. Fiends slaughtered my master's forces, but he endured somehow and blighted the land.
Ketheric is no more. I killed him.
Then all came to pass as I had hoped. Though a century too late for my family and friends. Your actions may have justified the price of my soul. I thank you. Tell me, what became of my pride? What became of Moonrise Towers?
The tower still stands, but it is a hollow place now.
Perhaps one day, new life will find it. Thank you. Now go. Finish your business here and leave while you can.
Hello again, little mouse. The price for speaking is steep, but I must give warning. Your prize is just ahead in the archive, but you can't take it yet. And even if you could, you mustn't. Trigger the alarm, and Raphael will come swooping home on wings of malice to rip out your soul. In this house, thieves are melted like butter and spread onto toast. Shh. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again.
I need you to stay calm, Hope, and guide me.
I can. I shall. I can. I shall. The Archivist is the key, but he's as stubborn as a king and as serious as a heart attack. Exploit his fiddling weakness and make him grovel! Oh no. They hear me. Speak quickly, speak softly. You know how this goes.
You steady your mind and prepare your questions.
How should I deal with the Archivist?
He fears authority figures. Perhaps his teacher took a strap to him and left a deep impression at an early age. There's one regular visitor that he particularly fears. She is... Shh.
A crack like breaking bone. Hope winces.
Who does the Archivist fear, Hope? I need a name.
Scarier things than you, little mouse. Verilius Receptor. A High Inquisitor of Zariel. Officially entitled to audit Raphael's collection. Her true form is so gargantuan and mind-scarring to behold that she takes on many guises when she visits. Play your part well and you can be one of those blasphemous guises.
A guest? Are you a client of the Master, or a visitor from elsewhere in the Hells? I do not believe you were invited. One moment. I shall consult the visitor's schedule. Most irregular. The schedule is all but clear, and yet you are here.
I am Verilius Receptor, Zariel's High Inquisitor.
A thousand apologies, O majestic magistrate of the Infernal Court. Your mortal guise is so vile, I found it perfectly convincing. I would prostrate myself before you and kiss your calluses, but my spine is ruptured in 1,000 places. You do know how Raphael likes to play. As always, the archive is yours to peruse. You'll find everything accounted for, and I can present documents of procurement if necessary.
I'd like to see the hammer, please.
An exquisite and most unique artifact, crafted with materials hewn from the depths of the hells by Raphael's Merrigan labor force. As it was created by Raphael himself, we have no documents of procurement, nor do we require any. But if you wish to examine the artifact itself, you are more than welcome. As part of the special collection, that item is guarded by a master word that even I do not know. I suggest you wait until Raphael returns, and you can discuss the matter with him. You are welcome to relax in the boudoir until then. It is where Raphael conducts his most private matters of business and pleasure. You will need this to gain access. The resident of the boudoir will wish to explore every inch of your new form, and I'm sure you will be happy to share.
The archivist told you to cool off in the boudoir. Well, here it is. A horrid place where pleasure is pain, and pain is pleasure, and hope cannot live at all.
Have you been inside?
Never by choice. Icky and sticky and grimy and slimy. Everything in this house exists for Raphael's pleasure, and Raphael's pleasure alone. That includes Raphael himself, whatever form he takes.
A lost little mouse is running through the house. A thief in the night, greedy and here to take. Why are you here, little thief?
I seek the Orphic hammer. You can't stop me.
Raphael all but spent himself to get that hammer. And you want to take it off him? This is very naughty. Whatever are we to do? Why don't we play a game? You win, I give you everything you desire. But you'll enjoy yourself more if you lose.
What's the game?
It's a surprise. Off with your clothes.
Not happening.
Tut, tut. You will make a pretty feast.
The actors have finally reached Baldur's Gate, so I can commence the next stage of my play. They have learned the Astral Prism's secret, but I will tell them that I have the key, the Orphic hammer, the only thing that can break the prince's chains. The hammer will be kept safely in the archive, protected by a password. What shall it be? Perhaps, give me my heart's desire.
Vandalism, thievery, murder, dawdling with intent? What crime did you commit? It doesn't matter, because it was the wrong crime. You didn't steal what you came for. But there's no turning back. You need to leave, and you need to take me with you. But without the hammer, you can't take me anywhere. Find the hammer! Cross the hall! Break my chains!
I'll be there.
Quick as a cockroach! Lickety-split, if you don't mind!
There it is. The Orphic hammer, right within reach. It appears to be protected by an energy field of some kind, but you're not familiar with this magic.
You know the words. Now speak them.
Give me my heart's desire.
The magic blinks away at your words.
The hammer is ours. The means to Orpheus's release is in our hands. To the Undercity, Voss must hear of our victory. When we next enter the astral prism, we will break Orpheus free. For now, keep focused. Raphael will come to take back his treasure. This is our chance to find out how much this devil bleeds.
Careful! The jailer will swallow you whole if you take another step. And you won't be able to save me while you're being digested! You found my prison. My body is held in chains just beyond. The whole house is tumbling down and Raphael's striding across the plains to come catch a mouse. Now swing that big, beautiful hammer, crack open my chains, and let's get out of here. It's time to fly this coop on a hope and a prayer.
Any advice when it comes to fighting Raphael?
Don't! But if you must, make sure I'm with you. He makes mistakes when he's angry, and seeing me running free will make him as angry as an axe head.
Let's do this.
You sound so brave, but we really don't have a choice. Moving in. Hammer is almost as sweet a sight as you are. Smash those chains!
Yes, now we're talking.
We must dress the Hollyphant in the room. You can see how you avoid looking at me. I must be so terribly mutilated after all these decades of torture. Don't hold back. Tell me how bad it is.
You look perfectly normal.
We both know that's not true, but thank you for being so kind.
No, really, you look fine.
You truly are the kindest Phil I've ever met. We'll carve our way to the entrance hall and chop Raphael into messes. That's the hopeful version, of course. The likely version is that we are the messes and he is the chopper. Onwards!
Here goes nothing.
Time slows for a moment, and the air becomes thicker. The master of the house is coming.
You. There are many things in your world that I loathe. Litters of kittens, chattering children, the noise and the chaos of it all. In my world, in my house, there is order and there is decorum. You came here uninvited and you stole from me. In doing so, you brought the chaos of your world into mine. I will not abide it.
Your house is in disarray. The guards couldn't stop me from freeing Hope.
Sister, oh sister, I've wept and I've cried, but all would be well if you were by my side.
Oh, Hope, you are such a piteous thing. All it takes is a crumb from the table and you forget the centuries of starvation. This insolence has earned you centuries more. Corella, tell our unwelcome guest about your role in their tragic downfall.
I permitted you the freedom to decide your own fate. You could have been smart, selfless, saved the world. Instead, you came here and risked everything.
It's the fatal flaw of mortal kind. Take away their free will and they call you a tyrant. Allow them to indulge it and they become tyrants. You would have been heroes if you'd only dealt fairly with me. Instead, you're not so different to doomed Carsus, overreaching your limits and burning your world to ash.
Wrong! 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 They will save their world and smash you to smithereens.
It's this charming naivety that makes your company such a joy to me, Hope. I'll even forgive this little rebellion once you're suitably chastised.
This isn't a rebellion. It's a revolt. I'm revolting!
Then Hope dies today. Commander, you can salvage a trophy from these insects when I'm done with them.
These insects struck me down beneath the Shadowlands. They are worthy opponents. Their skulls will make fine trophies.
Join the winning side. Raphael doesn't stand a chance against me.
To stand against a devil in his own home. That takes courage. I'm with you.
How tiresome. Am I to understand that you wish to die with them?
I wish to fight with them.
It's all the same in the end. If you have any last words, make it quick. It will only take a moment to finish you.
Wait, please, I have one final proposition.
As do I, little mouse. Your flesh, my supper. Your blood, my wine. Your soul, my plaything. Now, down comes the claw.
Souls go to their roots in flame forever.
Ultimo and death!
Hell has its laws. Hell. If better than the laws, curtain falls. But hold your applause. Squirm, squirm. For now down here come the claws.
Forever.
of you have fought. Brave, but it's all been for naught. True souls that couldn't be bought, doomed, detected, and caught. No more deals, it's over. The final act, you're doomed. No more grace, it's over. This house of culture.
That any of us are alive. Maybe we're not. Pinch yourself and check we're not dreaming the last of our lives as we die screaming.
We're fine, Hope. We did it.
Then we're not just fine, we're spectacular. What a wonderful, jubilant, glorious day. But my poor sister, Corilla. It is not right that she died. And that makes me want to weep an ocean.
She made her choice when she sided with Raphael in the first place.
She was an entire person before she ever made that choice. When we were children, she always kept the last piece of pastry for me and bloodied the nose of the bullies who pulled my hair. She was my sister. But as a wise woman once said, there's no point in crying over spilt blood. We must go on. And despite all the years I've lost, I have enough love in my heart to guide you home.
For the first time since you heard her voice, Hope seems calm, and the peace flows from her into you, soothing your very soul.
Where will you go now that you're free?
Nowhere but here. I don't quite think I know where anywhere else is anymore. With a lick of paint and a thorough cleaning, this could be a lovely little house. And I can hardly leave. After all, who would ever want to think of hell without hope? I hope I'll see Corilla again one day, and that she'll say sorry, and I'll tell her she's forgiven. I hope I find all the pieces of my mind that fell out of my head over all those years, and that I'll be able to put myself back together again. I hope the echoes of pain will fade, and memories of sorrow will die, and that you'll visit me here someday. And I hope you have a happy ending of your own.
You fought well. We could use such strength in the Blood War. Now I'm free of Raphael's blasted contract. I can return to the front lines.
I have my own front line to return to, in Baldur's Gate.
Whoever your enemies are, they have good reason to fear you. And I'll gladly lend you my skills against them when the time comes. Until then, good luck to you, little rabbit. You're a finer hunter than any wolf.
So you wormed your way into the Devil's Lair, risked mind, limb, and freedom, all to steal the Orphic Hammer. I hope your ambitions end there, I have already told you that the Githyanki Prince only wants to see you dead. But it seems you still do not trust me.
Orpheus should not be dominated.
His domination is what keeps you free. You know this already. Still, you would test our alliance. You are falling into the same trap as the Chosen. Their distrust of one another is their undoing. We must not make the same mistake. We must work together.
Be that as it may, Orpheus deserves to be free.
And what then? When he wakens from his incarceration, what do you think he will make of you? The one who bears the spawn his very nature bends him to revile? And even if you survived him, what of the Elder Brain? Without the protection I leverage for you, you would be enthralled in an instant.
I'll find another way to survive, one that doesn't involve abusing a Githyanki.
Careful. You will make a mind flayer laugh. You may think yourself ingenious for having slain the devil, but you have merely ironed out a wrinkle. The Elder Brain will not be such an easy foe. It is time we resume our journey to find it.
Trips to the Hells are usually one way, especially when the traveler causes the kind of trouble you did. I knew you were a thief, didn't realize you were a killer. Raphael's death is already causing quite a stir across the Hells. It's a rare thing for a mortal to slay a devil of his stature. In all the excitement, I hope you didn't forget our bargain. Do you have the gauntlets?
Yes, I do.
Hand them over, and our deal is done.
They're all yours.
Thank you very much. Your coin is always welcome here. And so are you, Devil Slayer.
Kithrak Voss, may the astral sea be still as you cross it.
And may your mind be of steel, so your blade may be of silver, Tilak Magir. Have you retrieved the Orphic hammer? Will our prince's chains finally be broken?
I've retrieved the hammer.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. The prophecy is one step closer to fruition.
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
And you will wield the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. First we'll defeat the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry.
Is there any way I can convince you?
No, there is not. When I am done with the Gith Princeling, you may do with him as you like, but not a moment before.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought.
Getting into the astral prism will be complicated.
Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others. Istik, friend to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain which shakes this city. Then I turn my sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit.
Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
What makes the silver sword so special?
A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path, and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare.
The terrible living gate, thinner than a lamb's hair and hidden deep beneath the Feywild.
The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind. A formidable weapon against Geich.
Let's talk.
Could it be true? Duke Stelman allied with the Emperor?
Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
Did you know Stelmane very well back in the day?
I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
I sense there's something more to this story.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination. But I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say.
Gone before her time, it sounds like. What a tragedy.
Not a tragedy, a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was Tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
I asked for your help. Huh? Set us on course for what happened at the Guildhall. So, perhaps, I have no right to question. But whatever your feelings on Nine Fingers, whatever mine, I cannot see how we served the city by putting the Zhentarim in her place.
I'm sorry, Jaheira. I know she was your friend, but the city is better off without her.
I have no illusions about who Estelle was. She was a criminal. A brute, even, when she had to be. But her every act, even those I opposed, was done in service to her city, no matter her personal feelings. So it seems I must honor that, and do the same. But mark my words. When the Absolute is finished, when all of this is done, the city will feel her loss.
You come to speak of the last time Minsk stood watch? The snoring, it was Boo.
How was your reunion with Viconia?
Boo is overjoyed with our victory. Another den of evil vanquished, and an old foe defeated. Well, Viconia was a friend for a short time beforehand, but then a foe once more. Yes, Boo, a most wicked witch. The very mention of her name gives him nightmares to this day.
Why is he so scared of Viconia?
Do not be afraid, Boo. She is not here. And you, bite your tongue until your eyes water and your hairs curl.
Sorry, but why is he so afraid of her?
Boo and Minsk have traveled far and wide, and met many fine and not so fine people. It will surprise you to learn that even the wisest of friends do not always recognize Boo for what he is.
Your best friend?
Of course, but also a miniature giant space hamster. The Drow was a cruel witch, but a clever one. She knew what Boo was right away, and she had never seen his like before. She wished to inspect his handsome magnificence, and so she did. One night, while he lay asleep, twitching his whiskers in happy dreams, she crept upon his tiny bedroll holding a knife as slim as a toothpick. She meant to spill his miniature guts and study them.
Thank the gods you stopped her.
Ha! Minsk did not stop her. He did not need to. Boo never sleeps deeply while evil is near. He sprang into action and almost blinded the witch. She had fled from our camp by morning, when Boo told me the whole tale over a breakfast of berries and nuts.